Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new video for you all today. Today I bring you guys loot from 10 hours of Vardorvis. The goal for this one is to obtain any collection log, preferably all the collection log drops, with best in slot max gear. Here is our current collection log. We are only missing the Ultor and the pet. So, I would really like to get both of those drops and complete the collection log. We're going to do 10 hours today. Here we go with the very first kill. So, I'm going to go ahead and pod up and use Dragon Claws as my spec wep. And, of course, summon a Thrall right away so we get that extra DPS. Now, I have these 3 squares marked, and I'm just going to simply stand on the one in the middle. It seems to be the best strategy, and it did take me a few hours to really get familiar with this boss again. I've always been one to take heavy damage from Vardorvis, and as a matter of fact, in the 650 kills that I've acquired so far, I've actually died about 110 times to acquire that number. So, you know, I've died a lot here. It is definitely the most challenging Desert Treasure 2 boss for me, so I hope to improve on him today, and I hope with this gear setup that I should be able to get fast kills, and that is definitely what I'm seeing so far. About 1 minute to 1 minute and 15-second kills, and it seems to be, if it's like a longer kill, it could be anywhere from about 1 minute and 30 to 1 minute and 50, but that's very uncommon. As a matter of fact, it took me no time at all to get a new personal best using this gear setup, which is with the Soul Reaper axe, and as you can see on screen there, 55 seconds, so that's incredible to see. And we have a 67 adamant ore drop. Looking at the bank tab, all of the drops are going to be stored in here, and we're also going to get multiple tiers of clue scrolls, so I look forward to doing all of them and saving the caskets for the end of the video. But one thing I did not expect to see was a rare drop so early on, this time a Virtus one. I haven't seen a Virtus drop in a while. I'll take that Virtus mask, 7 million GP. I think I'm going to keep this, but yeah, definitely nice to see. This is only 27 kills into the video so far, within the first hour of the 10. Love to see a drop early on. Always keeps me extra motivated for the hours remaining. And yeah, I did die, unfortunately. Had a few deaths during this one, but I have about 90 mil stored in my death coffer, so these deaths really don't matter that much. Looks like I'm getting 32 kills an hour with this setup. There we have blood quartz. It is untradeable, but I think it's like my 7th one overall, so I will take that. And this is a drop I love to see on the normal drop table. Onyx Bolts Enchanted, 500k for these. 2 hours into the grind so far, and it is definitely a grind. With these swinging axes, it can get very intense in the Vardorvis fight. It really reminds me of the Leviathan fight, or like the Whisperer fight at the very end phase. It's just always intense, you know, when those axes start coming out. But, you know, if you do know what you're doing, you can avoid dying here for sure. Of course, there's a lot of hardcore Iron Men that can approve of that statement, but it is a pretty deadly boss, I'm not gonna lie, so you should always keep your HP high here. As you can see, mine again is 0 here, but that's okay. Never give up, you know, it's pretty quick to get back here. Just got to get that Ring of Shadows out, and 1 click away. Awakener Orb drop. Seen quite a few of those during this grind, 2 so far, but many yet to come. Surprisingly, only 300k. I remember when they were, oh goodness, 10x that price for some time. I mean, it used to be much more money, but we are honestly after that Ultor ring. That is the most expensive ring of the Desert Treasure 2 rings when all of these bosses and extensions of the Berserker, Warrior, and Archer ring and Seers came out. I would just say the Ultor in general is the most beneficial, and we really have yet to get it, so I would love to get it on my main account. I've still obviously have not gotten it on my Iron Man account either, but it would mean a lot to get it on the main account, and it would be just a huge amount of money. That or the pet. I could go either way, so I would love to get both, but so far just a bunch of Onyx Bolts, about 4 successful hours of Vardorvis, decent amount of deaths, but we are sticking with it. And with this best in slot gear, the Soul Reaper axe, as well as the Infernal Cape and the new boots, hitting constant 70s here does make this boss a bit more bearable than most, so that is something to keep in mind. Man, I would love to see another Virtus drop. Keep getting those chromium ingots for some reason, but there's 777, 777 KC coming in with another ingot, and now 800 KC. Very clean overall. Personal best still 57 seconds. We'll see if we can beat that by the end of the video. Yet again, another Awakener's Orb. Just so crazy to see the price difference over time, I gotta say. 5 hours in, 160 kills so far. Always got that 10-hour tracker, and yeah, it's been a pretty good grind thus far. I gotta say, Vardorvis took me a while to really appreciate, to really enjoy, but I actually really like this boss, I will say. As many times as I've actually died during this video, this has actually been a pretty fun one, so I'm glad to have done this one. And wow, did it pay off, guys. There it is, the Ultor Vestige. This is the Ultor ring drop, ladies and gentlemen. 832 KC overall, 183 kills into the video. Just over the halfway point, we are going to go ahead and combine this with 500 blood runes, 3 chromium ingots, and a berserker ring icon for the Ultor ring. Took me 832 kills overall to get that on the collection log. We are now only missing the Butch pet from Vardorvis for the green log. That is incredible. Just about 6 hours in, 192 kills into the video, and over 100 mil richer. That is crazy, guys. You know, just about 2 months ago, this ring was closer to about 150 mil, and a few months before that, it was 200 mil. So it has gone down a lot, but nevertheless, any drop over 100 mil, I am not going to complain about. I'm super happy to see that. It's been a very long time since I have seen a drop that valuable on the main account. The real question is, can we continue with the luck today? We are 8 hours in, 256 kills overall, and will we get the pet? Will we green log? Hopefully. Been a lot of fun doing this video in the last few days, and as most of you know, today is November 19th, and a new skill did come into old school RuneScape, and it is none other than sailing. Just want to let you guys know that I will have my first sailing video released in about 24 hours from right now, and I wish all of you luck on sailing. It has been quite the grind for me today on my main account and my Iron Man account, but nevertheless, I am learning it, and I look forward to all of the new monsters and all of the new content with these new islands that were introduced into old school RuneScape today. But needless to say, here we are at Vardorvis, wrapping up the final PVMing grind, at least for now, until we venture on into the sea and find whatever monsters await us in the new locations. I did manage a new personal best, which I did not expect because I already thought that 50 seconds was impressive, but there's 45 seconds, all with the Soul Reaper axe. I could have gone with Torva for this boss, but I decided not to just because I wanted more offensive bonus compared to defensive bonus, so that's why I went with the Oath. And yeah, overall had a lot of fun. Really glad that I got my Infernal Cape back. I don't think I would have done this video had I not done that. So overall, in 10 hours time, I managed to kill 320 Vardorvis. So that really does, you know, kind of stand out as 32 kills an hour. And as I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, I got a ton of all tier clue scrolls all the way from easy to elite. So gonna go ahead and stack them up and do all of them. Should have a decent amount of them. And then we'll go ahead and show the RuneLite loot tracker, and we'll open up the clue scrolls and see what we get from them. All right, just wrapping up our final clue. There's the elite, and here's the loot tab. Looking pretty good. Overall loot from 10 hours to killing Vardorvis, 320 kills, 21 mil in loot. Virtus Mask and 7 Awakener Orbs, as well as 240 Onyx Bolt Tips would definitely be the highlight as it goes for the normal drops and kind of lower tier rare drops. 110 mil from the Ultor, so about 131 mil in 10 hours. Probably spent about 2 mil in supplies or less. Since the death coffer is taken care of, we didn't really lose money on the deaths, but overall probably another like 4 mil if you wanted to include the deaths. From the clue scrolls, pretty average loot from most of them. However, from one of the hard clues, I did manage a pretty nice reward of 1.3 mil. That was a nice Zamorak full helm and Armadillo boots. Made about 2 mil from the clue scroll, so that takes care of the supply cost in today's video, which means we're walking away with over 120 mil profit, closer to 130 mil, honestly. So I'm really happy. I mean, even though the Ultra Ring has gone down a lot in price, it has still made me well over 10 mil an hour just from obtaining it in this session at Vardorvis. But do keep in mind that even though I made 129 mil in this 10-hour session, it took me up to about 800 kills to receive this drop, and that's a lot longer than 10 hours. So you never know where your luck may lie, and it looks like today my luck finally paid off at Vardorvis. I look forward to returning to this boss to green log it in the future by getting the pet, but for now that is it, and I really appreciate you guys watching today's video. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a video on 10 hours of sailing, and after that, new content. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for watching, and a huge thank you to the YouTube channel members of the special shout out to Gentle Jester, DaeDogGaming, the Mr. Borgia 2, xXzoticx, and DeceptionZ. Until next time, Mr. No Sleep, out.